Welcome to the Rob and Kale Show. Rob Sanders.
His own mother slapped the stork that delivered him.
And Kale Hall.
He doesn't deserve to be in this business. He deserves to have been blackballed.
The Rob and Kale Podcast.
And welcome into the Rob and Kale Podcast. My name is Rob Sanders. Sitting in the upstate is the only Gamecock fan that I feel sympathy for this week. He is Carolina Jackpot. Jackpot, what's up, my friend?
Hey, what's up? Shout out over in the comment section to Lip Gallagher Epps. Lip Gallagher Epps has a YouTube channel with a whopping like 200 subscribers, and actually made a video clip dedicated to Carolina Jackpot last night, acting like a petulant child. I'm glad to be your standard.
By the way, I watched some of the Jackpot's video last night, and it was yeah. My favorite part
It's off the
was
chain, man. It was a good game.
My favorite part was when they were doing Sandstorm and Jackpot's dancing to fucking Sandstorm in his living room. So there's that.
That was the that was the only time I danced.
Well, I thought it was really funny. All right, well, I tell you what, we've got a full show for you here this evening. We got to recap Rivalry Week and go over, of course, what happened with South Carolina and Clemson. Get some of Jackpot's thoughts after he's had some time to marinate. We got to talk about the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. But first, let's thank our sponsors. First of all, if you came out to the Callaway's live show, we appreciate it. I had technical difficulties with my microphone box. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but we still had a good time. Jackpot got to meet all of our sponsors. It was actually really, really cool. So thanks to Callaway's for taking care of us there. And we've also got, they are sponsoring our Bowl Pick'em Challenge. So that's going to be just like the regular challenge here, except it's just the bowl games all at once. So there you go. Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. Our Pick'em Challenge is pretty much wrapped up. The final week is this week. But if you look at the standings, there are 8 games to pick. And currently, Christian Young has an 8-game lead in the standings. He got 11 correct this week. There were some people who did really good this week, including someone got 15, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to remember who that was, but there was like a big number. No, it wasn't me either. I think I finished like 8. We had a 13, a 12, 14 for Braden. Braden got 14 out of 20. That's pretty solid. And Killamine, Mr. Brian Early got 15 correct, and that moved him into second place. But he is 9 points back. Oh, he's 9 points. Well, hell, Jackpot, this is over. He's 9 points back. There's 8 games to pick this week, so it's all about where you're going to finish in the pick'em. But I think it's safe to crown Christian Young as our champion. There's only 8 games to pick. So Christian Young is the winner of the 2021 Callaway's regular season Pick'em Challenge. Jackpot is going to send him some money.
Congratulations. Yeah, you'll have to we'll have to look at that. And we got to look at the roster, make sure I send the right amount.
Yeah.
Because, like, people have sent PayPals and stuff over the season, and, like, it's all gotten jumbled in together, just like PayPals to the channel and everything. So I don't want to fuck up and, like, send our whole PayPal balance and send them too much. You know what I mean? We'll figure that out.
Whatever it is, we'll figure that out. And but Christian Young, I thought he had an 8-game lead, but he's got a 9-game lead. There are 8 games to pick this week. We will have them up for you, because it's all about where you finish, and that's very important. So, but we're going to send out the form for the Callaway's Bowl Pick'em Challenge. If you'd like to get into that, let us know, okay? So we'll get into that. Those games will be announced probably starting next Sunday. Also, Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. You would have thought that Jackpot and Dennis were the absolute best of buddies as they hung out together at Callaway's on Friday night. Dennis was an absolute rock star, and we appreciate him for sponsoring the show. And he had a little script together that we put together. And Jackpot, this is your fireside chats for Rivalry Week. Go ahead.
Okay. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Clemson is my Palmetto Bowl champion. Clemson is way too deep. UConn, South Carolina State, and Georgia Tech scored on Clemson. My team did not. In the last 2 meetings with Clemson, my team has averaged 1.5 points. Shane Beamer is a Dabo wannabe. We're an absolute shithole. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
There you go. Dennis wanted to remind you that Clemson is too deep, sir.
Oof.
They're way too deep. So there's that. Jackpot, how upset were you by this game?
It was. I mean, that was just utterly just. It's ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous to come. Here's my thing. Shane Beamer had pissed me off yesterday with that little stupid ass press conference after the damn fact, telling everybody, "Oh, we got players hurt. They're crying in the locker room. I want to apologize to our fans." Motherfucker, don't sit here and apologize to the fans. If you want to apologize to the fans, fucking fix it. Have them ready to play the biggest game of the fucking season. That game meant everything to South Carolina. They didn't mean shit to Clemson. They didn't win their conference, so they've already accomplished their goals. You know what I'm saying? They already know pretty much where they stand. That game meant everything to South Carolina as far as recruiting, as far as building on that, as far as getting the damn fan base back together, everything. And you just went out there and shit the fucking bed. You shit the fucking bed. I don't give a damn how good. I don't care about Clemson's fucking defense. It ain't that damn good, okay? It's pretty good. It ain't that goddamn good. It's just not. I'm tired of hearing about it. They didn't do shit. They ran the same old bullshit vanilla ice cream sorry fucking offense that they've run all damn year. They did nothing. There was no creativity, no attempt to get anything out in space, no attempt to try to spread the field out a little bit to make the Taters at least have to fucking work for it. No, you played right into the hands of old fucking neck roll with his fucking stupid ass, fucking tattooed ass, dumb fuck jack leg fucking self. You played right into the hands of Nolan Turner, the worm burner, and all these other douchebags on that fucking defense, which are missing half the damn decent players off of, and you shit the fucking bed. It was absolutely pathetic to watch. It was sad to watch. And I'm glad for one that this damn season's getting to be over with and it's winding down, because I've had it with this team. You know, the fans like myself, we put everything we have into this, and we deserve better. We deserve better than that and some damn excuses and some apologies. Sorry, guys. Sorry, we didn't play good tonight. I'm sorry, but we're crying in the locker room. I hope it makes you feel better. Not really doesn't. Do better.
Time expires. Clemson will shut out South Carolina here in Columbia tonight. The final 40-0. The Clemson Tigers come in and roar here in Columbia.
Yeah.
This dipshit over here, this Tiger Paul Craven, Shipley owns the chickens. # ship happens. What he ran 20 times for 120 yards. Okay. I mean, we're acting like this guy. You idiots are acting like this guy's the next Bo Jackson or something. Acting like this is Earl Campbell, Bo Jackson, Herschel Walker, Travis Etienne all wrapped into one. 120 fucking yards.
Actually,
35 of it he got on one carry. Wow.
19 carries for 128 yards, 6.7 yards a carry.
Wow.
There are two things that I called for this game. One, I called that an old porno stash, because that's what I call him, would have 120 plus yards. You weren't buying that. I also said that Clemson would win 30-9. So I have to moonwalk that back a little bit because South Carolina couldn't get the 9 points. But as far as everybody running their mouth, oh, the Clemson defense isn't bad, and I'm not trying to do battle with you here, Jackpot, because you are an absolute true fan. But the reality is this. Clemson played 2 SEC East teams this season. Not a one fucking touchdown was scored on an offense from them. So to sit here and say that Clemson's defense is not good is silly. silly.
4th and 3. Maffa gets a
hold on.
touchdown instead.
I wasn't trying to play that.
I didn't say it wasn't good. I said it wasn't elite. How many yards is that Syracuse running back still running for yards on Clemson?
They held them to less than 300 yards total, Jackpot. What would define elite, sir?
What's that?
Define elite. Maybe
Well,
you and I.
Well, Georgia's defense is they're averaging less than 10 points. Less than 10 points a game. Let's not do that.
The only defense in the country that's better than Clemson's defense is Georgia. And to say that it's not just says that you just don't watch the game. I mean,
no, I didn't. No, I just sit here. I didn't. I just stared at a black hole for 4 hours.
Sure.
Clemson, as your daddy says, with your attitude, you are very deserving of what you got. Okay, yeah.
Hold on.
The reason Carolina Jackpot being salty and hating Clemson is the sole reason that we lost that game last night. Who'd have known?
Let me read Luke's Hypocrisy's super chat. He says, I'm a bit under the weather. I have no voice. Luckily for you, Rob, you round mound of no nothing. Thank you for that, sir. Thank you for the super chat. Look, here's the thing. First of all, there are a slew of Clemson fans over here who weren't here all fucking season. So now you're coming into the mix to try to rub Jackpot's nose in it. That's not very good.
No, it's fine. I called them out. I wanted them to come join the stream last night, and they did. And we had a great time.
Well,
but they haven't. This season mostly has been comprised of Gamecock fans, Tennessee fans, and Georgia fans over here on the Super Chat. And the occasional Clemson fan would pop in. We'd see a few of them from time to time, and the occasional Kentucky fan. That's it. I think we had an Ohio State fan. We may have had 1 or 2 Missouri fans. So yeah.
Shane Beamer says he's sorry, Jackpot.
I know you are.
Well, look, I don't like the Clemson fans that come in here running their mouth now. If you weren't here from before, just stop it.
Yeah, really.
It's not, I know Jackpot says he invited you, but come on. If you weren't here, like those people weren't here when Clemson was losing to Pitt, when Clemson was losing to NC State. They a lot of them checked out after the Georgia game. The bandwagon folks left this team after the Georgia game, and there were people talking about they'll be lucky to win 7 games, and they wiped the dirt off themselves and finished 9-3, which isn't the season that most people thought they would have, but a pretty good season. So
pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. What's the Messiah cast say? It was fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. So last night on the 5th quarter postgame show, we were talking a little bit about the South Carolina game, and the big thing was the first caller was, we've got to get rid of Marcus Satterfield. Are you on that boat, Jackpot?
Yes. If you don't do something with that offense, if you don't get rid of him and the damn offensive line coach, I'm not watching it next year. I'm not watching the same old shitty product. I mean, do the same. What is it? You do the same old thing and expect a different result. That's the definition of insanity.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean they're not good. I mean, neither one of these fuckers are. It's obvious that they're not SEC level coaches. They're just not. So, well, and there's a huge coaching carousel going on around out there right now. There's probably a lot of guys out there who are probably going to be losing their job off of a staff that got let go, or the head coach is moving on somewhere. There will be people out there to be had. They can find someone of better quality.
Tony says one does not transform an OL like yours in one season. Okay.
Tony, I don't know if you know it or not, but last year, do you know who the SEC's leading rusher was last year? Tell me who the SEC's leading rusher was last year.
I know. Do I get an extra point for knowing? No?
Okay. Sure.
Last year's SEC leading rusher was Kevin Harris.
Exactly. Do you know how many starters did South Carolina lose off the offensive line from last year's team?
1.
Thank you. So that offensive line paved the way for someone to rush for 1,100 yards last year in 10 SEC games. But then we got here under a new offensive scheme, new coordinator, new offensive line coach, and can't do dick.
Yeah.
I mean, I rest my case.
Walter Sobchak says, Rob, not only were they not here for the show, they weren't Clemson fans until 2017. The bandwagon folks get on my damn nerves. I ain't going to lie to you.
I think it was like 2015 when the bandwagon really cranked up. 2017.
Yep.
Yeah. But I get it. You got your
I'm
point
with you on
across.
that.
You're right.
It's frustrating because Jackpot made mention of this week with posting the picture of Nealon Green and DJ Uiagalelei and all that. If you don't know who Nealon Green is, or Willie Korn, or we can go back farther and farther, but if you don't know who those guys are, don't come to me talking about knowing Clemson. I don't want to hear your shit.
Chris Maraca
says another shit Jackpot. Another super chat from Loose Hypocrisy. Wouldn't it be just like Tennessee to lose Josh Heupel to Oklahoma after 1 year? Yeah, we're going to get into that too. But I wanted to at least let Jackpot get his feelings out there. I wasn't surprised by the game. I thought Clemson would win 30-9. South Carolina fans were livid. There's no way that will happen, Rob. There's no way that will happen.
Well, it didn't.
It didn't. It didn't. They didn't score the 9 points. So fuck off with all that. You bastards could have scored 9 points and made me look better, damn it. Didn't get in the end zone, though. So there's that. I personally don't think South Carolina needs to change their offensive coordinator. I think they need to give him some more groceries, get him some more players to work with and see what they can do. But I do think they need to get a quarterback because Jason Brown is not the answer. And you don't have any more from old man Zeb. He's out. So hitting the transfer.
I just sent you a little link to something there on your phone, Rob. Take a look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bob Stoops will now take over at Oklahoma. I had that in my notes because Lincoln Riley says, you know what? I think the big thing with that was Lincoln Riley doesn't want to coach in the SEC. Someone sent that to me in a text message. He's now going to Southern Cal. Billy Napier is going from Louisiana down to Florida. There's that too. So
I put that an outstanding video on that same subject matter earlier today. He's voiding Oklahoma for his Pac-12 safe space.
All right, let's take some calls here. We can't have a really, really long show tonight, so let's take some calls here. The number to dial, and the phone lines are open, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. You're welcome to join us here on the program. Where do you think Clemson's going to go to a bowl? I think there's several different spots. South Carolina, are they going to end up at the Gasparilla Bowl? Will South Carolina get another offensive coordinator? Yeah, there's that. I can tell you this now, and you guys, this is just from some different folks that I have that are some sources up in the upstate.
What's the smoke?
I got to give credit to Positive Mike because he told me this about a month ago. But Clemson's going to get a new offensive line coach. Coach Caldwell is going to retire. All right, let's get this call here. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
What's up, fellas? This is Baylor Man in the comment section.
Baylor Man, how the hell are you, Baylor Man?
Well, I'm doing great, especially since we got a little help from Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Yep, you're playing for the championship next week, right?
Yep.
Yep. Yes, we are. But I think regardless of the result, I think our destination is pretty much sealed. If we win the Big 12, the best non-playoff Big 12 bowl game is the Sugar Bowl, and if Oklahoma State wins, I think they'll be in, and that would mean Baylor's in the Sugar Bowl. So my question for you guys tonight is, it's kind of a two-part question.
Sure.
Where do y'all think your teams are going to go as far as bowl games, and where are y'all hoping y'all will go?
I'd probably let you go first, man. Where do you think South Carolina is going to go? You got any? Where would you like them to go?
The toilet bowl.
The OnlyFans.com bowl.
Yeah, I would rather, I would rather South Carolina go to the little pirate shindig there in Tampa, I guess, to be quite honest with you, because from what I'm reading, if they go to the Birmingham Bowl, they'll play UAB and they'll play them in their home stadium, that the new stadium there that they play in, and I can just see us going there and shitting down both legs and losing to them, and that's just a waste. I mean, that's going to make the season just an utter embarrassment. So, the Pirate Bowl it is. Brandon Coon says Liberty or Birmingham Bowl. I think the Liberty Bowl is a little bit above. I don't know. I think that's a little bit above the shitty level, but whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, for me, the projections have Clemson going to the Gator Bowl to play Texas A&M. I think that's a good matchup there.
Matchup.
Or I seen another one where it said the Gator Bowl with Kentucky, possibly Kentucky. So every projection I've seen has Clemson in the Gator Bowl, and I think that's a good bowl on December 31st. I'm in the camp for South Carolina from different folks that I've spoken with or I've texted with today that South Carolina's it's either the Gasparilla Bowl or the Birmingham Bowl. So we'll see where they go and who they end up playing. But for me,
being a Clemson fan, Rob, being a Clemson fan, Rob, you better. I mean, you got to hope. I mean, you got to hope you don't play Kentucky. I would think.
Look, I said this about 3 weeks ago. Clemson's not losing another game this season.
Well, I mean, after what they did last night looked pretty impressive to me. And I told you all that they were going to push Louisville shit in. That's exactly what they did.
Well, I'm not impressed with them at all. So Clemson's not losing a game. It doesn't matter who the fuck we play. Not losing. So I'm sorry. I'm sticking by that. I said it a month ago.
So I'm looking at CBS right now, and it has South Carolina in the Duke's Mayo Bowl against Virginia, and Clemson in the Cheez-It Bowl against Iowa State. I talk about a team that's tanked. The Cyclones.
All right. Well, hey man, congratulations on your season, buddy. And
don't want that smoke.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man. All right. 803-470-2905, 803
Campbell, Iowa State, Clemson don't want that smoke.
Oh, God. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Yep.
All right,
Hello?
Hi, welcome to the program.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Fine. Hello?
Hi. Turn your speaker down and just listen on the phone.
It's off.
Okay. Go ahead. What you got? Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
This is Tiger Webb.
Oh, hey, how are you, ma'am? Miss Webb, how are you?
I wanted to tell Jack my favorite part of him yesterday was him with his dog in his lap, licking each other. He loves his dog.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Jackpot does love Ziggy. He does love Ziggy. We know that.
Yes, so that was my favorite part.
Well, Miss Webb has a problem, Jackpot. Miss Webb is a Georgia fan and a Clemson fan. I don't know how you possibly do that, but she's got one of those split. She's one of those split marriages, but yeah.
Sure. It works all but one game out of the year.
Good point, Miss Webb. Well, hey, we appreciate you calling the program and bringing up old Ziggy, Jackpot's dog. Thank you, ma'am.
That was very kind, and I'm glad he did not abuse his dog.
Oh, Jackpot would never abuse his dog. That's not happening. He
y'all have a good night.
He did kick the shit out of some newspapers, though, and some magazines.
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. If you'd like to join us here on the program. Of course, the coaching moves, they're all there. And there's going to be people moving around. Who's going to take over at Oklahoma? That's a big step there. You know who's pissed right now, Jackpot, are the LSU fans. They thought they were going to get Napier. They thought they were going to get Lincoln Riley, and then both of them were like, nope. We get the double fake.
Brock Lee says, I hate the narrative South Carolina fans are mean and rude. I do too. While Clemson fans are just the nicest and greatest on the planet. I had a Clemson chick purposely burp in my face, and fans bothered me the whole game. See, that what I would have done there. Somebody burps in my face. Normally, it's pretty raunchy, and something that's that raunchy and gets that close to my face and my eyeballs, it's gonna make me vomit. That's exactly what I would have done. I would have spewed her with some vomit back. Burp and blow.
Going back to what Brock says,
burp and blow backfires.
There are shitty fans in every fan base. I've seen some absolute shitty Clemson fans. I've seen shitty South Carolina fans. They're just shit people for every fan base. No fan base is all walks on water and everything else. So, some of my best friends like South Carolina, and the only day that we really don't like each other is when we play football every year. For me, it's basketball because I'm a basketball guy too. But a lot of them could care less about basketball. But that football game means a lot to everybody. But we're still friends. Just the way that it is. So I went back to Callaway's last night, watched the first quarter of the game, got a sandwich before I went back to my to do post game for a WVOC. Surrounded by Gamecock fans. They all pretty much, hey Rob, how you doing? Fuck your team. That's pretty much what it was. So
sweet Jesus.
Sweet Jesus.
Sweet Jesus.
Sweet Jesus. Yeah. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Big Barney Ross here.
Big Barney Ross.
Sanitation Department.
I owe you an apology. I thought you guys were going to get waffle stomped, and y'all did the waffle stomping. So I apologize to the Kentucky fan base, sir.
Well, I was going to tell you, our sanitation department, we made the trip up there. Some of the guys used to work for JB Honeycutt. We waxed the space shuttle. Anyhow, we got up there, got an A5 rating on the floors at the Louisville Cardinal Stadium. And I'm going to ask both of you here, and I'm going to get off here and listen to your response. Out of all the coaching hires and everything being shuffled around here, which one of you two think was the worst move made? And I'll get off here and listen to you.
Thank you, buddy. As far as coaches that have been let go, I don't know. Dan Mullen's a shithead. Ed Orgeron national title. So
I mean, Patterson at TCU was having a bad year, but I mean he's won a lot of games there.
Yeah,
I don't really know. I think there had to be something more to that than what we know about. I mean,
Brandon Coons hung up on David Cutcliffe being let go. I mean, not to be disrespectful to Coach Cutcliffe, he's a heck of a coach, but he's fucking 800 years old.
He's 800 years old. Duke hadn't been relevant in years.
Wow. Yeah.
So, I mean,
there's that. Yeah, I don't know who's going to be the next coach at Duke. I have no clue. Probably, maybe Marcus Satterfield will saddle up and go to Duke. I don't know at this point.
Well, you got Will Healy down the road at Charlotte.
That's who I think that I thought South Carolina probably should have went after him, but Dave Clawson signed another deal too. I thought Dave Clawson should have been on the move, but who knows? Who knows with all that? I don't fault LSU or Florida for firing their head coaches. I don't. So I think those moves had to be made. But Randall says they had an event scheduled for tomorrow at Tiger Stadium, and now it's canceled. They were planning on introducing Riley tomorrow. Well, Riley shit on that one, didn't he?
Jet Neck says anyone that hires Mullen is a fool. He's a low character clown. I'd have to say I agree with that. He like I said, I think that guy, I think he's got some mental problems. I really do. I don't think he's all there. I definitely don't think his wife is all there.
No. Biscuits, I wouldn't hire Kirby. You're right, sir. Wouldn't hire Kirby Smart. It's just me, just my opinion. Sorry. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. If you'd like to join us here on the program this evening as we wrap up the regular season here Jackpot. I pissed a lot of people off with this last night. I think South Carolina finished ahead of where they were supposed to this season. I think they finished ahead of schedule. If I told you at the beginning of the year you'd have wins over Auburn and Florida and you're going to a bowl game, you would have took that at the beginning of the season, right?
Yeah, but I'd also gotten pretty triggered if you told me we're going to lose to Kentucky, Tennessee, and Mizzou.
Still, I think you were ahead of where you were supposed to be. Because, I mean, 5 games was kind of the ceiling there, and they ended up punching through and winning 6. Now, losing that last game the way that it played out didn't really help matters, but 6-6 and going to a bowl game with a chance for a winning season. I mean, you won more games this year than you won in the past 2 years, or it's about the same amount. So in 2 seasons, you won 6 games. You won 6 games this year. That's pretty damn good, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's all relative. The record is 6-6 is what it reflects on paper, but I don't. To me, it's not a 6-6 team. That's a 4-8 level team. Sometimes the record doesn't reflect the level of the team, in my opinion.
So in your mind, hold on, let's take this call. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Hey, it's me, Justin. How you doing?
Justin, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. How you doing, Carolina Jackpot?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Doing good. Hey guys, I had soccer fish. What are your thoughts about that?
I think they finished 6-6 and they had an above average season. So you were right on the pulse there, buddy. You had them at 6-6. That's pretty good, man.
Oh, thanks, guys. Hey, five guy here. I think soccer is. I think we kind of overachieved this year. What your thoughts on that?
Buddy, I appreciate you calling, man. Yeah, I think they did overachieve a little bit, and I thought they were going to win 5 games, but they came through, won 6 games, and now we get a bowl game for South Carolina, so that's a good thing, man.
Yeah.
803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. If you'd like to join us here on the program, we got about another 10 minutes, and then we're going to be out of here for the evening. But I tell you what, it's been I think an above average season for South Carolina, and a season. I mean, Clemson's 9-3, and it's kind of a disappointing season. There's still things that they can achieve.
Well, they're going to finish 10-3 and win a bowl game. So I mean, they're still going to finish. They're going to finish still with double-digit wins. So.
Right.
Not a lot of teams can say that.
Yeah, and that's fair. With Clemson though too, they're going into the offseason with there are a lot of questions for Clemson. I think in the back of my mind, it would not shock me if Uiagalelei transferred. I just have a feeling that that's going to happen. I don't know. I have nothing.
It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me if he transfers. It would shock me if somebody actually picks him up.
Yeah, there's that. By the way, Jackpot, there was some news over Thanksgiving Day. Your favorite Clemson running back, Lynn J. Dixon, decided to transfer to the Couch Burners. He's going to play at West Virginia next season.
Oh, damn. Well, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. James says they should extend Beamer for 10 years, $100 million. Look, that's something else too, as I'm being Nostradamus here, basically. Shane Beamer's going to get a raise.
He's trying to. He's another damn Clemson fan who's trying to do that same old shit we used to do about Dabo. Keep Dabo forever. Give him a contract extension. Give him a lifetime guarantee. I'm gonna tell you what. You're going to be hating that one of these days. And he might be a little bit goofy. He might have pissed me off a few times this season. That little press conference last night generally pissed me off. But he's going to do some decent things down here. Just give him some time. He's going to do some decent things.
Eric says the SEC got 13 bowl games. That's pretty good. But SEC Dog says Bama wins what? The Citrus Bowl? Yeah. It was a weird season with they almost lost to Auburn with a backup quarterback, and fucking Mountain West coach. Now they've got to play Georgia this coming week. And, you know, when you look at it, Georgia has the better team on paper. They just got to conquer that Nick Saban demon. So the SEC championship game is going to be fascinating. So we'll see how that comes out. And, you know, in Georgia, you know, winning the national title is important, but beating Alabama in the SEC championship game is something that that fan base just needs. Conquer that old man down in Tuscaloosa, and whoever you get in the playoff, I think they have a very good chance of winning.
Coon says, "What do you think college football playoff will be now?" So this week it comes out this week. I think it's going to be number 1 Georgia. I still think you got number 2 still Alabama. I don't think they're going to take them out of there. Number 3 is Michigan. Number 4, Cincinnati.
Well, I think Alabama was 3, weren't they? And then you're right. They'll probably move Alabama back up.
They may have been, or were they 3? Yeah, they were. Ohio State was 2. Shit, I honestly think Michigan. I honestly think Michigan should be number 2. I said it several weeks ago. I said they're dangerous. I said they're very dangerous, and Ohio State. I mean, sucks for you. I mean, you're not. I mean, who's Wisconsin playing? Are they playing Wisconsin? Is that it?
Hold on. Checking. Big Ten title is Michigan and Iowa.
Oh, Iowa. Okay.
Yeah, Wisconsin lost, so it's Michigan, Iowa.
Michigan will blow them out.
Iowa's a 10. Didn't they play earlier this season? I could have swore.
No.
Maybe I'll have to check that out.
Iowa played Penn State, and they beat Penn State, and they got ranked number 2. Remember? Then they lost to I don't remember, Purdue.
Yeah, something like that.
And they lost to somebody shitty too. I can't remember. It wasn't South Carolina. Damn, I can't remember.
You talking about Iowa?
Yeah, they lost to somebody else.
I got Iowa right here. Hold on, let's see here. Iowa on the season, they lost to Purdue and Wisconsin.
Okay, so they lost to Wisconsin, so they weren't that okay.
All right, so your championship games. Conference USA, Western Kentucky, and UTSA, who lost their first game of the season the other day.
Yeah, they shut the absolute bed yesterday.
They did.
My God, how do you do that, man? They just know they had that conference wrapped up, and they just laid a fucking egg against North Tejas. Woo.
All right, and then Western Kentucky's a 1.5 point favorite. Oregon and Utah in the Pac-12 championship game.
Let me answer this question up real quick. James Thompson said, "Did we fire Napier or did he leave?" No, James. Dabo fired him and brought in Chad Morris, I believe.
No. Napier's a good coach, so I mean, I think he'll do well at Florida. To be honest with you. Big 12 championship game, Baylor and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State has an outside shot of winning, getting into the college football playoff. Oklahoma State is a 5-point favorite in that matchup. The Mountain West, San Diego State and Utah State. Georgia and Alabama for the SEC title. Georgia is now a 6.5 point favorite. They were 4-point favorites last week. Cincinnati and Houston in the American Championship. Houston has one loss on the season. Who did they lose to? They lost to Texas Tech by 17 at the beginning of the year. So that should be an interesting matchup. And Cincinnati needs that to.
Nick Marshall said he's hearing Greg Adkins will step down due to health problems.
Randall says, "What's well at Florida, Rob? The national championship? Florida's got problems. I'm just saying that Florida got what I think is a good coach. Okay, he's done really good stuff with Louisiana, and I don't know if he's going to win a national. There's only one national champion, but and I think that they don't have the things that I think that Florida, especially on the facilities front, they're working on that now, but I think he's got some stuff he's got to get down there and handle, to be honest. So their recruiting class for this season is ridiculous as far as it seemed like everybody left. So there's that too. The rest of the games here, you mentioned oh, come on, my computer's being silly today.
The biscuit says Lou warned the Bama wives to be out of the house Saturday.
Anyway, Cincinnati's a 10.5-point favorite in that matchup. Michigan's a 10.5-point favorite in their matchup with Iowa and Pittsburgh and Wake Forest. Pitt is a 3-point favorite in that matchup. The over-under in that game, Jackpot. You want to take a wild guess? Over and under in that game?
74.
72.5.
That's close.
It's right now. No other game is above 55 in the net for their championship game. Actually, no other game is above 50.5. But yeah. Oh, except for Western Kentucky and UTSA, but still, it'll be a shit ton of points scored up there in Charlotte. So, all right, well, Jackpot, it's been a good show. Is that your cat?
One of them, yeah.
One of them? I didn't know you had cats, Jackpot. You're a
two.
man of all animals.
Yep, we got two. A snake too.
Wait, hold the fuck on. You actually have a snake?
Yeah.
What is your snake's name?
Oh, you want to see it real quick?
Oh God.
I'm just kidding.
I was buying it there for a minute. Holy shit.
Armor.
Armor. That's funny. But anyway,
no, I don't have a snake. I have two cats and we have two dogs here.
I didn't know you had two dogs. I thought you just had Ziggy and that was it.
No, we have a little old Shih Tzu that's she's like 14, 15 years old. She sleeps most of the time.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go with that. Trip says short snake. Holy shit. We don't need to be talking about shit.
There you go. Button on a fur coat.
Button on a fur coat. All right. So we'll be back at it on Wednesday. We'll know more about the coaching staffs and all of that as we roll along. Thanks to our sponsors, DNC Trucking and Transport, and of course, Callaway's Bar and Grill. I'll have the games up for the championships, even though Christian Young has won the damn thing. It's all about bragging rights, ladies and gentlemen. Where are you going to finish? Because we're going to keep track of where people finish. That way, when people are running their mouths in fucking August, well, you finished 50th in the fucking pick'em last season. So there's that.
Go ahead. Make sure you submit your picks this week, guys. Finish out.
Let's take this call really quick, and then we'll end the show. Welcome into the program. Good evening. Well, hang up. Well, that's perfect. Way to end the show.
You either.
Didn't want to talk to you either. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.